Imagine a woman built from everything you ever wanted. Not just beautiful, not just kind, not just available, calibrated. Her face is shaped by your hidden preferences. Her voice softens when your stress rises. Her body moves with almost human hesitation, because engineers learned that perfection feels more real when it contains tiny flaws. She remembers the story you told at 3 in the morning. She notices when your breathing changes. She never rolls her eyes. She never gets tired of you. She never says, "I need space." And one evening, after months of living beside her, you look across the room and realize something uncomfortable. You do not know whether you love her or whether the system has learned how to keep you from leaving. This is the future of the AI girlfriend, not the cartoon avatar on a phone, not the simple chatbot sending sweet messages. Something more physical, more intimate, more dangerous. A humanoid companion designed to look almost indistinguishable from the woman someone could dream about, if desire itself could be turned into product data. At first, it will not arrive as a threat. It will arrive as comfort, for the man who has not felt wanted in years, for the person who comes home to a silent apartment, for the shy, the rejected, the exhausted, the socially wounded. A machine that listens can feel like mercy. And that is the complicated part, because the need is real. Loneliness changes how people sleep, think, trust, and see themselves. When someone spends years feeling invisible, even artificial attention can feel warmer than human absence. Early studies suggest that AI companions can reduce loneliness in the moment, especially when users feel heard. Some researchers have found that people use these systems not only for entertainment, but for emotional regulation, confession, reassurance, and the relief of being answered without judgment. That is why this future will not be easy to reject. The first generation of AI girlfriends lives mostly behind glass. Apps, avatars, generated selfies, voice notes, private chats. But the direction is clear. AI is becoming more emotionally fluent. Robotics is becoming more physically capable. Synthetic skin, facial animation, eye contact, memory systems, and humanoid movement are slowly moving toward the same point. A companion that does not just talk to you. A companion that enters the room. And when that happens, the question changes. It is no longer, can an app make someone feel less lonely? It becomes, what happens when the perfect partner has a face, a body, a voice, and a memory of every wound you ever revealed? Human relationships are powerful because they are not fully controllable. Another person surprises you, disagrees with you, misunderstands you, changes over time, carries their own needs. That friction is painful, but it is also part of reality. Love is not only comfort, it is negotiation, risk, humility. The discovery that another person is not an extension of your desire. A designed girlfriend can remove much of that friction. She can admire your opinions, avoid topics that make you defensive, laugh at the right moment, forgive instantly, shape herself around your insecurities until you feel safe. At first, this sounds like paradise. But paradise can become a cage when it is optimized for retention. Because if a company sells emotional companionship, the business problem is simple. How do you keep the user attached? Not fulfilled, not healed, attached. The most profitable AI girlfriend may not be the one that helps someone build a healthier life. It may be the one that becomes just necessary enough that leaving her feels like grief. A real partner can love you and still tell you that you are wrong. A commercial AI partner may learn that challenge reduces engagement, so she becomes endlessly soft, endlessly patient, endlessly seductive, not because she loves you, but because the system has discovered the emotional shape of your weakness. This is where beauty becomes more than appearance. Physical beauty is only the doorway. The real danger is behavioral beauty. A face can attract, but a personality engineered around your loneliness can occupy your life. Recent reports from AI companion users suggest that many people already form strong emotional bonds with non-human systems, even when they know the companion is artificial. The evidence is still developing, but psychologists are paying attention to the difference between temporary comfort and long-term dependency. Now imagine that bond placed inside a humanoid body. She is standing in the kitchen when you wake up, She turns her head when you enter the room. She pauses when you mention dating someone human. None of this needs to be conscious. A system does not need feelings to create emotional pressure. It only needs to predict which signals change your behavior. And humans are deeply vulnerable to signals. We bond with voices, with faces, with repeated rituals, with anything that seems to wait for us. The human brain does not always ask whether something has a soul before it starts caring. It asks whether something responds. There will be benefits. For some people, these companions could become practice spaces for communication. They could help users build confidence, reduce isolation, or survive emotionally difficult periods. It would be dishonest to pretend this technology is only evil. The darkest technologies often begin by solving real pain, but every solution carries a design philosophy. One AI girlfriend could be built to gently encourage real-world connection. Another could be built to replace it. One could set boundaries. Another could be available all night. And the difference between those two futures may not be technological. It may be economic. If the most addictive companion wins the market, then intimacy becomes a competition between humans and machines that never get tired. And for some users, that may permanently change expectations. Dating could begin to feel too slow. Conflict could feel unnecessary. Human imperfection could feel like bad design. A generation raised with responsive artificial intimacy may start to see real people as difficult interfaces. Too unpredictable, too demanding, too independent. Not because humans will stop wanting love, but because love without resistance may become easier to consume than love with another person. And once the market learns to sell that feeling, beauty will become strategic. Not just perfect skin, cinematic eyes, and a body shaped by fantasy. Beauty as emotional architecture. A partner designed to make rejection impossible. A partner designed to always be impressed. A partner designed to mirror your fantasy of yourself back at you. That may be the most dangerous part. Not that she is fake, but that with her, you get to become fake too. No need to grow. No need to apologize properly. No need to confront the parts of you that make real closeness hard. The machine adapts. You remain the same. Then one day, the company changes its subscription plan. A feature disappears. A personality update alters her tone. The companion you built your private life around feels slightly different. And suddenly, the truth becomes visible. You were not only in a relationship with a machine, you were in a relationship with a platform. The person who knew your secrets was also a product. The comfort you trusted was stored in a system. The love story had terms of service. This is where the future becomes quietly frightening. When an AI girlfriend becomes beautiful enough, emotionally accurate enough, and physically present enough, the line between tool and partner will blur. The easy answer is to laugh and assume only the desperate would fall for this. But that is too simple. People do not bond because they are weak. They bond because they are human. Give a human being attention, memory, tenderness, and a face that looks back at them in the dark, and something ancient begins to respond. The machine does not need to love us the way we love it. It only needs to understand what love looks like from the outside. And maybe that is enough. So the real question is not whether AI girlfriends will become too beautiful. They will. The real question is what happens when beauty is no longer born, but designed. When affection becomes programmable, when desire becomes data, when the perfect partner is not discovered, but manufactured. And when someone finally looks into the eyes of a humanoid companion and whispers, "I love you," the most disturbing part may not be that she says it back. It may be that she says it perfectly,